All right, fish peeps, in the house. I've got my best husband ever shirt. And I got the wife. You guys know it. This is the boss. Can you guys see me? I see Mr. B. You're asking, where's the bigs? I'm right here, buddy. Can you see me? I'm this handsome dude right here. Somebody say you can see me. Thumbs up. Arms up. There we go. All the way from Australia. Lovely. We got Adele, Mr. B all the way. David, thank you. And my brother Jason's here. We got a stacked group. Uh-oh. Now we got some guys from Pennsylvania in the house. Look at all the wrenches. This could end up very bad for me because I'm leaving it completely open. You can grill her as much as you want. So I got my first little notes. You guys know me. I got to go through some stuff quickly, house cleaning type stuff. It's insanely hot here. It's like plus 30 in the house. That's Celsius. So that's like, I don't know, like a gazillion, like 196 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit or something. It's stupid here. It's absolutely crazy, crazy. And how do you love our air conditioning?
We don't have one.
We don't have any air conditioning. We never had air conditioning. Not at this house. The other house, we always had air conditioning. This house was all super energy efficient. You'll never need air conditioning. You know what we need right now?
Air conditioning.
Badly. Oh, see? You're in charge of the chat. So you see Adele?
Just said they can't see you.
What do you mean you can't see me, Jason? Turn your computer on. Look at this, just dead sexy. Everybody else can see me, Jason. It's just you. Yes, this is my wife.
And in all honesty, I bought him the shirt.
Yes, you did. That's right. Just so we know. And as we were upstairs and I was just getting out of the shower just before this thing, because it's plus 30 in the house, we always have to have showers constantly. And she saw what shirt I was putting on. She just went, what's she going to do? Now, I know you guys think we live in Canada and it's not really that hot, but it's insanely hot right now. The igloos are all gone, blah, blah, blah. Well, Dayna's really lucky because I'm an absolute dream to live with. And everything my wife could imagine in a partner. Mm-hmm. She's so incredibly lucky. So what do we got coming up for... oh, there you go. Jason's in the house now. Everybody's good. 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Ugh, it's gross. That's like Africa hot in my house. What are you winking at? Yeah, thanks, buddy. So what do we got coming up for epic videos? Well, it's super funny. Remember a couple of weeks ago or a week ago, I had that package came from Jessica, that gigantic box, my first ever fan mail. Well, it happened again. It happened like a week after. And I got this other big box here. And we did an unboxing video, that one. And it's equally epic. And it's basically feeding the addictions. It's bad, but very, very good. So there's a video of that coming up. I think that's the video actually tomorrow. I may be wrong, but the video either is that tomorrow or Tuesday next week. And the one or the other on the alternate is finally, I got some time, and I got to do one of those, what I call the big videos, the ones that everybody really, really likes, those behind the scenes, the fish room tours and stuff. And I got lots of those stacked up right now that just take labor intensive to get the editing down. You guys remember the Cichlids of the America ones? The last one was like 13 hours of editing or something. You know, with the farm and all the kids, we always got 13 hours of just random free time. So I got one of them done. I did it when I was on the road a couple of weeks ago. And we're going to go behind the scenes, full tour of the Temples of Poseidon fish room. Ooh, this is pretty cool, guys. This is secret primo stuff. This is the lair of the dynamic duo, Alan Rawlings and Karen Haas. Then we filmed a video, even though it's been insanely hot. These are not all bruises. This is all sunburn and stuff. But she does have bruises all over. Not you guys know. Different stuff. I'm getting to it. But basically, we did a video on some advanced bull riding techniques, and that's coming out right away. And the Fish Room Treasure one, that's there. That one's not a time-sensitive one, so that one just kind of falls wherever it falls. And we're going to get you some updates on the vivarium. It's still dark. It's working, but the lights are all messed up, and I'm leaving it that way right now until I can get to it. And eventually that'll be working good. It works great. The misting, the lighting, everything's awesome. And the fact that it's still in the dark, yeah, it's awesome to me because I'm still like 3 or 4 videos behind on that showing you guys. And I actually did a bunch of work on it today and filmed some more videos. So till it gets caught up, it's staying dark. Updates on isopods. We got some new species spotlights, some other tours and stuff coming up. And then the big one, you guys, the super chat things, you guys have always helped me out with super chats and stuff like that. I really, from the bottom of my heart, I can't thank you. I never asked for them and stuff. But what we're going to do differently is anything for the super chats going forward is all going to go into the fund for the big tank. And the big tank is the 12-foot tank that I've talked about. It's going to be either 12 foot by 5 or 6 feet front to back and 3 feet deep. It's going to be a riverine habitat tank. It's going to have a rain chamber, wet dry system that I've done before, but on a very much larger scale. I'm considering doing LED spotlights and maybe planting the tank. I don't know if I'll do CO2 or not yet, but basically any super chats going forward for the next little while, all of those are going to be diverted 100% going into that build of that big tank. Whether they're super chats or not, it doesn't matter. The big tank's happening, but just want you guys know that's where it's going to be diverted to. One other quick thing. Next week, there is no live feed. My wife, all the kids, we're all going on a family camping trip with her whole side of the family, about an hour and a half to the east into the White Shell. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Oh, camping with the family, it's going to be great. We're going to be totally roughing it. I'm going to have like a knife and the clothes on my back.
Roughing it. And
that's about it. And we're going to have an air-conditioned cabin and a fishing boat and endless amounts of beverages. So roughing it.
Yeah.
Right on. Go team. Air-conditioned camping. Nice. But even though there's not going to be a video that way or a live feed that week, we've already got some ideas. And I say we because it's totally me. She's totally on board with it. She supports all of it. But I've already got some ideas of some of the different types of things I'll be filming during our family thing. But I've been instructed that it's not allowed to be a YouTube family trip weekend. Right?
No.
Look that way.
No.
But the next week after that, I'm back and I'm going to be on the road for the Wednesday. So I'll be in my hotel room and I'm going to probably line up a guest. I got a couple ideas, some irons in the fires and stuff like that with that. And we're going to have some fun. Now, hopefully this time I can navigate the stupid Saskatchewan, we don't have a time zone thing and make it work out for you guys. So that's what the plan is. That's what's coming up. Has anybody got their drinks? I got the Jack going again today. So bloody hot. We got Jack and lemonade. My wife's like, she just drinks it straight. She's crazy. All right. No, you answer it. This is people are asking you questions. They got to go. I shouldn't even be in the room so you guys could fully uncensored just attack her and go, how did you I'll just give you guys some general questions. Dayna, how did you score such an amazing man? See, that would be a good question from one of the audience, those type of things.
No.
All right. So what do we got? So let's see what we got. Mr. B's got, how do you feel about having to take care of all that when Chris is away? It's like 6 minutes.
It's actually not a lot of work. A lot of it, he does all the water changes before he goes. I'll take care of feeding the fish. And if anything's wrong, I can phone him or text him or send him photos and we can problem solve that way.
What people don't know is I met this wonderful slice of heaven working at a pet store. When I worked for a pet chain and I oversaw development for a pet chain, I went into this one little pet store one day that I oversaw in my territory. And she was absolutely terrified because she knew that I was coming. Well, she was totally smitten with me, of course. Just look at this ravishing best husband ever shirt. I could just tell. She just doe-eyed right at the get-go. But she was scared because I had a bit of a reputation and I'd kind of let go her 2 or 3 predecessors. And it was a satellite store, so there was a bit more pressure for her and stuff. But I never met her before. She says I had met her before, and I'd sold her a chameleon when the store had first opened.
Not me.
No?
That wasn't me. No,
Okay,
that was my
so
brother. But
totally lied there. So she wasn't like stalking me early or anything. No. But we met each other there. We became friends. On the very first day I met her, I made her build an end cap with a bunch of product, and she did an amazing job. Gave her some good compliments, and we've been friends ever since, and she's my best friend today. And I'll call her, you guys will hear me, you've probably heard me refer to her as Mother. Now, the reason I call her Mother is all the friends and everything like that call her Mother around here too, and they think it's like a joke. But I don't refer to it as a mother in a negative way. I refer to her as like the mother of the mothership. You watch any of those sci-fi movies, and the name of the ship is called Mother, and then the guy will go, hey, Mother, how do we do this? Well, the reason I do that is a nod to her, because she is definitely the one controls the entire ship at our place, because Mix isn't here half the time normally. I'm always on the road. I'm always traveling for work or for fun and bringing the shenanigans out to you guys. This is the one that holds everything together. She's the mothership. Just me and all the kids just kind of coexist around her periph. So what do you got? What other questions you got there? You're right, David. She definitely does lay down the rules. She has bizarre rules. She keeps trying to change bizarre rules. We have upstairs in the kitchen, we have 2 different types of towels. One towel is for drying dishes and such. The other towel is for drying hands. You're not allowed to mix or use incorrect towels.
correct.
Weird. We're dudes. We can lose like a shirt. But she instills some rules and order in our household that were desperately needed.
Yes.
What else we got? Adele's asking, how do you keep Mr. V in line?
It's a daily struggle.
Force. Threats.
Threats work.
Threats of violence, bodily harm. You guys wonder why I'm covered in tattoos. It's because bruises don't show through tattoos. So she's, oh, you can't really tell. And she uses phone books and things like that. She's very, very mean.
So mean.
Hi, babe. Oh, there's a good one from Jason right there. That's a solid one. Yeah, you should take care of that one.
Sure, yep. That's exactly what it was.
I got to read the question. Now he knows what you're answering.
What were you thinking? Was it his strutting peacock display? He had me.
Done. We're going to bring it closer because I'm wearing my glasses and Dana's got brand new contacts and I can't read the questions. It's bloody hot in this.
Wearing my contacts right now.
It is bloody hot in here. We're a great duo because I don't need glasses except for to read. And when I'm at work, I read these little tiny tags. And on that little tiny tag will be my little tiny order code sometimes. And that's when I noticed I started struggling and it wasn't clear and I had to get closer and closer. So I honestly only need glasses for reading. But I said to the guy when we went and got glasses, we just last week and did that and got new prescriptions and changed and whatnot. That if I'm the type of guy that has to go to the little drugstore and buy that little folding pair with a little bedazzled chain like all the old people wear, Biggs ain't wearing that. Biggs ain't going to ever wear that. He's never going to carry it, and he's therefore never going to have his glasses when he needs them. So I pay like $600-700 for glasses, and literally this millimeter strip along the bottom is probably the only part that's actually got any sort of work. The other part is just regular glass like your aquarium. What do they call them?
Progressives.
Biggs is not progressive whatsoever, but my glasses are. You got any more?
They want to see you on a roller coaster.
Oh, how do you guys know about roller coasters? Have I told you the stories about roller coasters or something? She's the one that started it all. You guys know where I live, right? We live on the tundra. So think of the tundra. This is about as mountainous as it gets. That's about it. And you get little shrubs and little trees and grasses and lichens and stuff like that. And all the vicious caribou. You know, and that's where we live. And it's cold half the time. So we went to Disney World the very first time as a family. I don't even know what year it was. It was a long time ago.
10 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, 10, 12 years ago. We've been a few times now with the kids, and we're never going again because that was painful. But we go in like January, February when it's like summer for us down there, and it's not stinking and gross. And it's a perfect time for Canadians. So once you guys get in the States, get all your stuff figured back again, maybe Dayna and I will go down and do some more roller coasters. But the very first, you tell them the story. You tell them the story about the first roller coaster.
He peed his pants.
I what?
Not literally, but he was so scared.
You gotta clear stuff like that up. You can't tell them.
Okay, not literally.
Bodily issues.
He was very, very scared.
I was terrified. What was the first one? Was it Manta? Was that the first one?
That was, one of them. SeaWorld, yes.
Was that the very first one, though? I don't know.
Yeah.
All those have been to Disney World. There's the one at Animal Kingdom. That's with the Yeti, Mount Everest. Super cool roller coaster. And there's the little railroad one.
That doesn't count. That's a kid's ride.
I was terrified of that one, too. I was like, ah! I go, trick goes along. Whee! But we did this one at SeaWorld. One day, we took the whole crew there, and we did this thing called the Manta. And it's basically meant like a stingray manta ray, and you hang below it, and you don't hang below it in a normal fashion. You sit, and then it lifts you up, so you're dangling with your arms and your head and everything dangling down like you're some sort of cancerous growth hanging off the bottom of the manta ray, and then it does its thing. Utterly terrifying. The entire ride was utterly terrifying. And not only that, this is probably my first experience going on a roller coaster. We waited in line. My mom and dad got all the kids. We waited in line for I don't even how long.
40 minutes, yeah.
We get up and we could see the roller coaster in the queue. We're like in the next second or maybe one group in front of us sort of thing. And it breaks.
They fixed it.
Doesn't instill a lot of confidence in somebody who's absolutely terrified of roller coasters that the thing breaks literally minutes before I'm about to get on it. And I think the best part I thought about that was after they got it going, how did they test it? With staff.
They sent a single staff member to test the truck.
Here, Toby, go on. Toby's the roller coaster tester to see if it's still broken.
It was good.
So yes, Biggs has done roller coasters. I'd like to take her to like Ohio. I've not been to any of the ones in Ohio, but like Ohio is the hub for big roller coasters, and I have not done that. Oh yeah, the peed the pant thing's going to leave on forever now. Okay, what do we got here? We're going to miss. You guys are insane. Did he have hair back then? No.
Well, he can grow hair. He just chooses not to, which is okay.
The lovely Sandy Moore is in the house. She's saying, hi, Dayna. It's great to see you.
Hi, Sandy.
Who else is there? Big Rich is in the house. Dayna, how do you deal with them? Oh, there you go. Yeah, take care of that one, Dayna. There's a question directly for you. Thank you, David. That's a good one.
How did it go from 5 chickens? You always need more. More chickens. Turkeys, pigs, cows.
Oh, the cows are cool. They're like, Chewy's really cool. He broke out a couple of times, but he's really, really cool. Give you that. And the coon pigs are really cool too. We've streamlined them a little bit. Got some projects going on with them. We got rid of the goats. The chickens I don't get, but we do have. Should we tell them?
What?
What's the soup? No? Oh, okay.
No, that's a surprise.
We got something that is literally at the very beginning when I was talking about doing a channel that involves chickens. It's happening.
More chickens to come.
Oh boy, am I excited about this. This is gonna.
I'm excited about more chickens.
No. I'm excited about these chickens. We've been I planned this like before the YouTube channel, and I've just been so excited. I've been upstairs with the kids talking about it back and forth, and like, hey, do you want to get involved? You can do this. You can do this. Oh, it's so. Oh, but I'm not allowed to tell you anything. It's
secret.
Cool, super cool. Captain COVID's in the house. Look at that.
How's the COVID, Raymond?
I got a buddy that said
Supposed COVID.
He couldn't come by today because he had a sore throat, and immediately they sent him for COVID testing. So now he's in lockdown for 2 weeks. Okay, what are we missing? Oh, yeah. Well, you should. Well, that's your questions. These are questions for you.
Read me the question and I'll answer it.
Geofish is asking, have you ever banished Chris from the kitchen for making a mess from one of his projects?
All the time. All the time.
I have a permission slip.
Not real.
She took my last one. You took it away.
Yeah.
She revoked it.
Yes, you make a mess. Yes, you'll clean it up, but you won't clean it up properly. You use the wrong towels to try and clean it up. How many good towels have become fish room towels because you cleaned up? Too many. Too many.
Every fish room towel used to be a bath towel or something like that. And they got silicone and
paint,
PVC
stain.
glue on them.
Forever buying new towels because he needs fish room towels.
Well, I use the back room there behind the fish room. That's kind of the laundry room area and stuff. And I often build the smaller projects back there. So if I'm working on PVC or anything like that, or the ABS or the drains for the tank systems or anything like that, and all the different types of glues and everything around there, I just grab whatever's close to wipe it off. Might be kids' clothes, bra, don't really matter, towel, just use whatever's there. And then if she says, hey, what's this on here? Deny, deny, deny.
Yeah, we all know where it came from.
Oh, Mr. B, there you go. Is Dayna a Star Wars fan? Ooh, you have no idea. That room is actually hers. I was just allowed to film it.
No, that is not mine. Honestly, the first time I'd ever watched Star Wars in my entire life was when you and I were dating. I'd never seen it until then. Ever. And I fell asleep through all 3 movies because we had to watch all 3 in a row, back to back.
That's the way you do it.
But I can honestly say, now that I've actually watched them, I do enjoy watching them. And I will watch them again.
Repeatedly.
No. Once a year, maybe.
Monthly marathons.
No. Just not the Christmas special.
Let's have a lightsaber fight.
I'll win.
Can watch the cows run for day.
I'm in. I'm coming to Disney, Sandy. Let's go.
Oh, if you go with Sandy, like it's insane. Where is Sandy? Where does it say on that? Oh, I got to tell the story about that, Sandy. That was so funny. We were when I was down in Florida. We had I had so many days. I was with Sandy for almost a week, and we did all sorts of things. We went all over the place. Went to Dr. Walczyk. We spent a lot of time at Seagrass. We went all over the place. Absolutely outstanding host. Had an absolute blast. But one thing that was on our list is this, we don't have to go. But Sandy has the same kind of personality as me. She's up early and she's ready to go. And I said, well, if one day you want to go to Disney, we could go and do that. Like, I haven't seen any of the Avatar stuff. There's a whole bunch of different stuff I've never seen before. I haven't seen any of the Star Wars land. I haven't seen any of that stuff. Because normally I go to a Disney usually on the tail end of when I'm at one of the big trade shows in Florida, which is usually in Orlando. I usually take a day by myself and I go and do one of the parks. And I've done that for years, but I haven't gone and done that show for a few years because I don't do it for the fish food company that I did it for before. And our company that I work for rotates all the staff members, all the sales reps with our company, rotates them through fairly. So I just haven't had the opportunity to go for a while. I was actually supposed to be in Vegas for the big one this year, Super Zoo, this month. Apparently that's canceled. But I remember being with Sandy and it didn't work out time-wise. And I remember it was like something like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. And I was just checking in for my flight on the night before I was leaving. And for some reason, I thought I was leaving at 10 in the morning or something, when in fact I was leaving at like 10 at night. And it was my mistake, 100% my mistake. So it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I sent her a text across the house. I sent her a text. I says, if you get this in the morning, it's up to you. If you want to still do Disney, my flight's now not till such and such. I get up at like 6:37 in the morning. She's in the kitchen, dressed, ears on, ready to go. Full Disney mode, ready to go. It was like, she says, I'm ready. And we left. We had a great time. First time I've seen massive lineups at Disney probably ever in my life, but we had an absolute blast. Yeah, Roger says Cedar Point. That's in Ohio, right? Roger, that's Ohio? That's one of the big ones. You want roller coasters, they're all in Ohio. All the big ones. All right. Speed is pants. Is there anything I'm missing? There's no such thing as too many farm animals. Adele,
Agreed.
You're wrong.
Yes,
you're wrong. Go eat your Vegemite on your toast, you weirdo. Oh, there you go. That one right there from Adele.
All right, ask me.
How's Forrest doing?
Fantastic. He survived how many owl attacks? We lost.
Yeah, sorry I never did the video on the owl. There, for some reason, we kind of go through these rotations and stuff where when I'm normally home and it's not like a work day, I'll get up with Paisley in the morning and stuff like that to let Dayna have a chance and like maybe sleeping in a little bit, have a cup of coffee, relax a little bit. But we've had some random things that have happened one after the other and stuff. That day I ended up, she got up and I was sleeping and it was like 6 o'clock in the morning and you came and woke me up and said, hey, there's an owl in the chicken coop. And I'm like, a what? I've lived in the wild, like where we live, but I've never seen an owl in the wild. I know what a lot of them look like, and I've seen snowy owls at the zoo, but I've never seen that kind of owl before, not like up close and personal. And it was literally in the run, and it was sitting on the perch, all bloody in the nose. Did I share the pictures?
I think you shared them someplace.
I don't know. Maybe they're in an upcoming video. I don't even know. But whatever. This owl got out there, and no, I didn't eat it. How can you eat a bird that eats other birds? Like, that's really cool. That's about as cool as a bird as you can get. The rest are all just food.
It ate my chickens.
But if this bird can evolve to the point that it says, yeah, I'm going to turn on my own and eat them, good bird.
No. But Forrest survived about 3 or 4 nights worth of attacks because we didn't know what was taking.
We lost, 7 chickens in total?
Chickens, guinea fowl, they're all gone. But somehow little Forrest survived living outside through all of this. But he did get picked on by one of the bigger chickens one early morning. So he was separated and moved into the garage where he's living with some newly hatched guinea fowl.
That was my fault, though. Because to protect him, we thought what we were doing, protect him from the owl, is we strang a bunch of stuff on the top. It used to have deer netting, and the deer netting got slowly broken. So there's all these cables and stuff that run over the top, look kind of like a net, and it's shiny in the sun, in the light. And then we closed them all in. But I also had that giant tire in the chicken run, and we just kind of put all the small chicks in there. The only one that couldn't get out of there was Forrest. And what Dayna even said, says, make sure you got to get Forrest out of there first thing in the morning so he has access to food and water. But we came out in the morning, and he looks like a monk.
Yeah, someone picked his head right clean of feathers. He was a little bit bloody on the top, but Paisley and I got him all cleaned up, set him up in the garage with a heat lamp, and he's living with some of the baby guinea fowl, and he's loving life right now. The guinea fowl hang out under his wings to keep warm, yep. And he's got all you can eat food and water, and he's top dog. So he's doing great. Yeah.
He's loving it. You just saw that picture today, the one that you showed me, right? The one in the garage? Yeah. Okay, Ray's got no COVID. That's a good thing.
Woo-hoo!
Hopefully everybody out there, anywhere you are in the world, I know I've got people from down under. I got people from Pennsylvania, Ohio. I got a lot of you guys from all over the world and stuff like that. As long as everybody's staying safe as best as they can. Where we live up in the woods, and like we're pretty remote here. Like Manitoba, Canada, the province that I live in, has only had about 300 cases total. And that's all been all elderly people, I believe. Has it not?
Yeah. But it's easy to keep your numbers low when you don't test people.
Shh. We don't talk about that. We're legend at this. But the one province over to us, Saskatchewan, Regina, Saskatchewan, the next major city that I travel to, it's where actually Dayna's from and her family's from. They have no cases at all. None.
PA's bad right now.
Yeah. So I can go there and I feel comfortably fine living out where we live. I can go to the grocery store. We still social distance, do all that stuff, but hopefully everybody's keeping themselves safe.
Hooray. ACA. I think that's roller coasters.
Yes. Yes, we went to Cincinnati ACA. That was in 2009. We stopped at, we drove all through the night. We met at my place, Ray, and we left my place about 6 o'clock at night. There was the 4 of us, I think. Sabo, Spencer, you, me. We had the big Escalade, and we drove through. We went to Fargo and had Mexican food at that big Mexican restaurant with a giant rooster out front. And then we drove on through. We went to Rusty's place, went to Charlie Grimes' place. We had that great Wicked grilled cheese. What's that got to do? We didn't go roller coastering at ACA. We did roller coasters that trip. I have no idea. I wasn't there then. Yeah, that must have been Spencer taking you guys. I don't know that. I didn't go any roller coasters on that trip. I probably just never left the hotel. I was probably judging or something crazy. Where did all Chris's Hawaiian shirts go? Okay, you tell him the story about the Hawaiian shirts and what it was and where it's going, and you tell him that.
I don't get it. Is it because you're ugly fuzzy shirts?
Tell him about the beginning, before the ones from my dad.
When I first moved in with Chris, we were sharing a closet. And as I'm putting stuff in the closet, and I just look, and he's got these really ugly shirts. And, like, it's fuzzy with fun fur, and it's got dice down the front.
Still have that one. That's an epic one.
One's like a silky one with, like, embroidered flames, like, covering the entire thing. Super ugly. Super ugly.
She's going, and I'm down with this.
We got rid of the flame shirt. The
ones with all the dragons.
Oh, that was bad. So bad. But you still have the fuzzy one.
Yeah, that's the only one ugly. I kept.
So he wears now these ugly Hawaiian shirts he got from his dad from when they were on the cruise ships all the time that he wears in public, I might add. Yep. Not just here for you, but in public. We went berry picking and we're leaving the house and he's wearing this horrible shirt. You're seriously leaving the house like that. And he did. All my pictures are ruined because of his ugly shirt. Ruined.
No, well, there's just something. My channel, because my channel is it's different. Everybody's channel is different. But my channel's not just fish. It's not just reptiles. It's not just gardening. It's not just farm or plants, or it encompasses all sorts of facets of my life and everything like that. And when I'm going to be doing a video on the vivarium,
say it right.
The vivarium.
There you go.
That's for Riley, our daughter. Riley helps me with the vivarium. And but when I'm working on the plant videos or stuff like that, I like to kind of have a shirt that's not like a fish convention shirt. I'd like to have something that's a bit more botanically themed. When I'm working out on the farm, I like to have something that kind of matches the theme. I don't know. It's think of it like costume changes or something.
Wardrobe changes.
I don't know what else to go. Best husband ever shirt. Right here.
Mostly, though, I think he does it because he knows it bugs me.
Why? I would never dream of it.
Liar.
Okay, what else we got? There you go. Ian knows it. Ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Wrong, Ian. Wrong.
Yearly marathon. Adele, we got to bump up those numbers a little bit. Maybe twice. How about quarterly? Quarterly marathon? The problem is now there's an awful lot more movies than the original. There was originally 3, and then they released 3 new ones. And now there's
10?
Oh no, there's a hell of a lot more than that. Well, there's the whole new 3 trilogy, and then there's Solo, and then there's Rogue One. There's a lot more movies now. But we can watch them all in one sitting.
No.
When we go camping.
No.
We'll never see outside.
No.
What else we got here? What? Adele is asking my wife, is there an animal? She's got it already. It's me. That she would like to have Where was it? I lost it. It moved. Oh, that you'd like to have and don't yet. Well, I'll answer this partially for my wife because we don't live in a tropical enough climate. However, if we did, I can guarantee you we would have an animal that she thinks is cute, but is decidedly a hell of a lot more violent than anything we could imagine ever keeping. Am I correct, my dear?
Maybe.
And if we lived, and what animal would that be?
A hippo.
And if we lived, say, down under in Australia, what animal would you want to have down there?
A wombat. Would love one. Make it happen.
Looks like a giant rat.
They're cute.
Like, tell me 90% of your animals aren't slated for extinction. How do you have these insane, giant, predatory, 9 out of 10 of the most dangerous, venomous snakes in a country, crocodiles the size of school buses, and yet you've got little tiny cute teddy bear and little fuzzy little creatures abound all over the place, and they survive? I don't understand. Explain to me, Miss Vegemite. What else we got? What?
I want to go to the hippo farm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Sandy. Okay. I didn't even know such a thing existed here. Borneo hippos, I guess, are the Sumatra ones, the little dwarf ones. I remember when I went to, what's the one in Germany? Interzoo in Germany. I've been to that show. And I remember the one time I went with Spencer and Steve Lundblad from The Wet Spot and Stefan Tanner from Amazonas and Swiss Tropicals. And our host was Ingo Seidel and his lovely wife, Beata, and Hans George Evers and all these people. And I remember on our last day, we had like a full day. So we went to the zoo in Berlin. And that zoo kind of ruined zoos for me the world over because they have everything. How many types of rhinos do you think they are?
3?
I don't know. They had all of them. I only thought there was hippo, but no, there's like 3 types of hippo or something. They had them all. It was insane, the stuff they had there. It was crazy. Sandy, we would be totally down for that. I would love it. I don't know how that could ever happen because with what we have here, farm and stuff, it allows me to travel, but she's not allowed to travel because she has to take care of everything. She's the mothership. But the one thing I also definitely would love to take her on as the thing that I did with Austin is the manatee thing. That was the best $65, $75 things I've ever spent in my life. That was one of the coolest experiences. And I unless you do it, it's hard to imagine seeing an animal that size come up and barrel roll you. It was just super, super cool. Is there any other animals that you totally want? Like if there's a farm animal?
Farm animal. If I wasn't worried about feed, I would definitely want a mini donkey. But
alpaca?
Not right now. Alpaca would be okay.
We're not getting a mini donkey.
I know they.
Because we have to do with all the stuff with their feet.
Yeah.
We don't have to do anything with the feet of our cows. And the pigs are pretty easy to do. Do you guys want to know how you trim the feet on a coon pig?
Can you say it properly?
Pig.
Cooney.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Cooney pig.
Thank you.
You get them drunk. Basically, you give them a couple of pints of like a Guinness or a nice dark beer, low alcohol content, and it mellows them right down. They just lay down and you rub their belly and you bring out the shears and you trim their feet. It's a perfect animal. That's pretty much how Dayna does my feet for me. You're like my foot nurse.
No.
No?
I don't like feet.
Yet.
No. You're an old man.
Yeah, I don't remember. Well, Louisville, I wasn't with you guys for a lot when you guys went to Louisville. You guys all drove down, and I flew down. I had a much smaller window of time. Every good husband makes their wife roll their eyes. Yeah,
very good at it.
Yeah, the only problem being is it's like rolling dice. It's like constantly. Eventually, they just might roll and like not come back. They'll just be blank.
But I don't leave.
I mean, your eyes. You're not allowed to leave.
I was like,
She's wearing like a radio collar like you give prisoners on her leg. That's why she's sitting down not showing it. But it wasn't from a jail. It's from her husband, so it keeps her contained.
Sure.
Okay. A hippo. She's nuttier than he is. I don't know why that says that. Well, I don't know what just happened there.
That's the word ass in it.
Oh, okay. What are we missing there, Dayna? Ray wants to come on that trip.
Yes, Raymond.
Oh, okay, you guys. Hey, we're going to have Jason at Total Tropicals TV. He's gone live. Sorry, Jason, if I'm wrong, but I believe he's gone live twice, and nobody's come. Now, I've talked to Jason a little bit through email and stuff, and I think we've kind of figured out why. Is one, he doesn't have a scheduled time that he's just going, and he's not announcing it. He's not putting out a promo to anybody. He's not doing any of that sort of stuff. He's got about the same level of tech skill as I do. So because people have helped me get that stuff going, I'm definitely there for you, Jason. We're going to get you going on the live feed. We're going to find you a time slot that works. But to get a ball rolling, he's just got to figure out some of his tech side on this because he's just recently moved and his internet's not the best. You guys know the story with me with that. But once he gets all his stuff just kind of figured out and ready to go, he's going to be we're going to have him on, and we're going to do a live feed with him as one of my guests and stuff like that. Introduce you guys to Total Tropicals TV. Go check out his channel. It's super cool. Adele, maybe Adele or Mr. B, if one of you can maybe put a link to his channel there, that'd be really cool. This guy lives in Australia, and he's gone up on the northeastern side, and he's gone collecting in all the different areas for different rainbow species and stuff. He has so much cool footage, and he's a great guy. And I really want to try and get his channel going for him. But an Australian trying to build their channel in North America is just about as easy as a North American trying to build their channel over there. You know, it takes a much slower road. So if you guys can go and show him some love, I'd appreciate it. He's a great guy. Got a hippo story for you. We'll have to deal with that. We just have an amazing eco balance. Oh, yeah. What are you cute and the fuzzies breed like rabbits, so to speak, the ways of avoiding the predatory animals. That's not fun. Where's your sense of adventure? Am I missing any? Any cattle need their hooves trimmed and cleaned like horses? No, cattle are much easier to do. Well, at least the Highlands. The Highland is honestly, it's a very old breed of cow. And it's actually the breed of cows. And the reason we have them is not just because they're super cool looking, but they're the same breed of cow that the Queen of England uses. So I figure if they're good enough for that queen, they're definitely good enough for my queen. And Chili and Bella are pretty amazing. We'd like to find another female, but if we found another female, we want her to be the red color. And females are just not readily available. You do not find them. When I found Bella, it was like a stroke of luck.
I found her.
Okay, but it was an absolute stroke of luck. We answered the ad immediately, and that guy told us that cow could have been sold 32 times over. But he had 8 animals for sale, only 1 cow. And he didn't sell any of the other ones within the 2-week time it took for us to go and pick it up. So trying to get females is a real challenge. So we might have to go a bit further of our catchment to find another one. Do we plan on breeding? Yes, that is definitely the thing that we want to do.
Yes.
We're not in a rush for it. They are a breed of cow that they can cohabitate together. It's not like a lot of bulls. Like if you were a cow breeder and you had a huge herd of Angus, you'd buy 1 bull and release it to the herd once the females are all mature. Chewy and Bella can grow up together and they're fine. And then when the magic happens, a little bit of minga, and then boom, little baby happens. It's 9 months?
9 months.
9 months, then we'll get a baby. And the Highland cows are kind of like our cooney pigs.
Thank you.
They need literally to no help whatsoever. But should they need help, I just happen to might be able to call on the services of a certified doula.
Yeah.
She is?
I want to be there.
She's a certified doula. And now she's I don't know if she's certified doula for animals, but you basically were there for Luna and Harriet. You've done lots of stuff with all of them.
Yeah.
Father Fish is in the house all the way from Florida. Thank you, Father. Nice for joining. I tried joining. You had a live feed going on this morning, but I was having internet problems, and for some reason I couldn't connect, and I don't know what it was. So I apologize. Tell him to let me know when he wants to go on. Mr. B, I'm assuming you're talking about Jason at Total Tropicals. Yeah, we'll be in touch. We'll find a way to get Jason in touch with everybody here. I just want to see that Cooney drink Guinness. I went for that. Don't you worry. We got all sorts of random things. My mind is always percolating. Dayna's, you said about Dayna's eye rolling. Well, it's because half the time my ideas are just way out there. I'm forever running around with a thing. The one thing that I do got to get, as she saw my frustration the other days, everything. I do almost everything with my phone. We are still trying to look for a small little point and shoot type camera that's cost effective, that makes sense for shooting some macro type footage or small close up type footage. Haven't found the right one at the right price yet, and not really in a rush, but it'll happen when it happens. And that'll give me the ability to really bring a bit more of the science side of stuff when we talk about anatomical features on maybe fish, or break down some of the botanical aspects of certain plants, or maybe the isopods, little things like that. But that'll come. But the one thing that's been actually a bane of existence lately has been that gimbal.
Yes.
And you guys, there are videos that you guys have seen. I don't know if they've come out yet, but there's videos where I'll be shooting and everything will be fine, and the phone will just go and the gimbal will say it's overheating, and I look it up online and it's not overheating. I'm using the factory batteries. I've tried new batteries. I've been outside for 3 minutes. It's not overheating. So I just think the gimbal is almost at the end of its day, and we're probably going to have to look at a new one soon. So, but whatever, it's all part of the growing, and we're doing fun. We're having fun, but the gimbal definitely makes life a little easier out in the field. What else we got here?
Your tank.
Do I have a budget for the 12-foot tank build? No, I haven't written anything down yet. The reason I don't have it down yet is I've done them before. At the last house, I had a 750-gallon aquarium, and it was 21 years old, I think, at the end by the time we tore it down. And the tank ran flawlessly for years. I actually moved the tank. It was 8 feet by 4 feet by 3 feet tall. And I actually moved it myself one day. It was on a 2x6 frame to support it evenly with a bunch of braces every foot. And then it sat on 6 or 8 piles of cinder blocks. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to raise it one pile higher and bring the whole tank, I think it was 6 feet back. I don't even remember. It's when we put the pool table in at the old house. So what I did is I jack up using a jackal one side, take one block off, take the other block off, and then lower it down and take them out of the center. And I removed the center piles and left the 4 outside piles. So I jack up one side, take one block off, drop it down, do the other side, until it came all the way down to the ground. And then I was able to kind of maneuver it myself. But having built that tank myself, I kind of estimated the cost and stuff. But to do the big tank, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sheets of plywood. We're looking at plywood's about $45 to $60 a sheet, depending on the type of plywood. I only use generally a hardwood, but a tight hardwood grain that is a veneer, something like birch or maple or something. Your oak will work fine and stuff but I want something that's really going to take that paint really, really well using the epoxy products. And then the front frame, there's no plywood. I don't do any of those old school like we did back in the early 80s where you put a sheet of plywood and cut it out with a jigsaw and make that old school porthole look. You know, that's old school. We don't need to do that anymore. And the new tank, we're debating the idea of actually putting, because of where it's going to be situated, having a 12-foot pane, but also then having a 5 or 6 foot pane on the one side as well. And that means I'm going to have to mill down a 4x4 for that front post corner. And that's just an idea we're tossing around. The expense of the wood itself is minor. The epoxy is, we're looking at one kit, a couple of kits of epoxy. It's minor. The glass is really going to be the expenditure for that one. And then figuring out what we're going to do for lighting and so forth, and want to put some LED spotlights. But one thing I have to do before that is I have to route the HRV unit, which the unit's back there. It is designed to handle the entire household. But when we bought the house, the basement wasn't developed at all. So I've got to get the HRV guy in there, because I can run all the ducting, but the problem with an HRV is it all has to be balanced, and you need somebody that's certified to know how to balance it all properly. So that, because we depend on that. That's the air exchange for the whole house. So that's not something that you want to do a DIY if you don't really know what you're doing, right?
Right.
So no, I don't have an actual budget, but I'm looking at the tank itself. I'll probably be able to build the tank start to finish, probably in under 2K. It should be no easy. It's probably decidedly less than that, but having not built one for a long time, maybe my math in my brain is going to be off a little bit. Hard to imagine.
Oh yeah.
It's like a computer. It's like a vault. It's so easy to find files and. What else we got there? Okay, guys, what else you got for the woman? She's the boss. Highlands aren't docile. Wait till you see the video coming out soon. They can go crazy. You don't even know.
They're super sweet.
You're not helping. You may not get invited back. They're going to want to see you more than me. This is Haley.
Hi, Haley.
Haley is the one that, if you remember, I did a video when I referred to in a communication where I talked with somebody when I was first starting out with YouTube about a young lady that really, really inspired me. And I did a video in one of my rants about being inspired by other hobbyists. That was Haley at Oddball Aquatics. She's a fascinating young woman, and she's been working with a bunch of different fish. And one fish that she works with in particular is a rope fish. You remember rope fish from when you worked at the pet store? And she's not just keeping a few rope fish. She has this setup for rope fish that is, it catches sunlight. It's fully planted. It looks like a full-on greenhouse in a box. And they can come out of the water and into the land area and stuff like that. If there's anybody in the world that's going to breed rope fish, it's going to be Haley. She's really doing some really, really cool stuff. All right, guys, what else you got? We got about 5 minutes till bring on Mrs. B hijacking the channel. Dayna, what is your favorite fish in the fish room? They change all the time. Got to remember, I met her at a pet store, so she's fully down with most of the sciencey stuff.
The only thing I'm happy that you don't have anymore would have to be killifish. Nothing against the fish. They are high maintenance, though, and that is a lot of work with his traveling schedule and the farm.
Yeah, the killifish, the reason I don't keep killies is I got into killies in a big, big way, and I had to get out of killies in a big, big way. I set up all these racks. I don't even know how. We had 2 full racks of tanks. I probably had 60 tanks of killies. I was going away to conventions, and I'd have eggs and fish being shipped
throw the eggs in the water and then leave. Yeah. So I have to watch for the fry, then hatch brine shrimp.
That's her job, right?
No.
It was a lot of work. And I just didn't do a couple of, because you can't just keep 1 or 2 tanks of killies. You got to keep a lot of tanks of killies to make it worthwhile. And you were hatching brine shrimp and feeding frozen and doing everything. It was good. But what's your favorite fish right now? We got the Nicaraguense tank, which the video just came out this week with the Mexican live bears. We got the Tiger King tank. That's pretty sexy. We got the Montezuma swordtails. Some of the guys are looking kind of old in there. The plant tank looks terrible. It's way overpopulated.
I don't think I have a favorite right now. Nothing in here is for me.
Nothing in here is ooh for you.
No.
What about the Vivadium?
That's pretty sweet, but that's not fish.
Okay, she likes the Vivadium. What else we got? Going off of David's question, is there fish that you want Chris to keep that he refuses? Chris doesn't refuse anything.
I once wanted to bring home an Arapaima. I was told no.
That would be
remember.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring that home, and you told me no.
Okay.
That was the fish I wanted.
See, YouTube people, this is the time and place when you come on and you defend Biggs and go, that is so incredibly irresponsible of you. Where's Big Rich? Come on, Big Rich. Come on, Adele. Lay into this lady.
I'm not saying I want one now.
Arapaima.
I liked the brown knife fish. I really liked that one.
We had a beautiful 3-gallon bowl all ready for it.
No.
I would bring home even.
I liked your Niger cat. That was one of my favorites.
He was good in the big tank, in the old tank, yeah. and the big bacorti and the tuba and the dambas and stuff. We had the stingrays. We liked the stingrays when we had the stingrays. Yeah. But the problem being with the stingrays is they all end up killing each other. Like you only keep either just females and then you introduce a male when you want to breed them. You can't keep them together as a group. But I've often thought about the idea of just setting up one of the 160s or whatever size they are once some of the fish move out and setting up and doing some nice peacocks. Well, that's going to sound, you guys, the haters might hate on me this, but that one, I don't know what they call it. It's neon pink. It's a peacock hybrid something or other. I know Mike Drawdy at Imperial, I've seen his, and I've seen it in a bunch of different farms when I've traveled. And they're just like a lightning bulb neon pink. But only the dominant male is going to look like that. And the rest are kind of brown. But I thought maybe that would be kind of cool in one of the tanks, mainly for Paisley, because she's down here. She helps me a lot. She's been down here 2 or 3 times today. She comes down on Saturdays with the isopod. She did water changes with me today. She helped me make mud for the terrarium. She did all sorts of stuff. So, exactly. Arapaima, question mark.
Get her.
No. Haley, no. You're not helping. We're not getting an Arapaima. It's going to get to such and such a size, and then we're going to have to kill it, and then I'm going to have to barbecue it, and Biggs doesn't like eating fish. Yeah, and I've been there with Brutus. How big is Brutus now? No, Big Rich is not going to hook me up with an Arapaima. One, it's a CITES fish, so trying to get a CITES fish across the border, especially by driving it across the border and not declaring it, means a finger in my bum and jail time, and I don't want that. So we're not doing that. But we can get them legally into the country using CITES paperwork and permits and stuff. Now we can get them. David, I agree with that. Red Tiger Motoguense, it's probably the one pair of chromid that I would like to get again for the fish room. A nice pair of them would be stunning. I honestly, it's going to sound dumb. I'm not sure the individual that has that one that's called Candyman or Candy Line, but his are absolutely exceptional. They are a stunning, stunning fish. And I don't know if that's naturally from a certain locale or if it's been line bred to develop that. I don't know, but it's a stunning, stunning fish. And one day I'll find that and I'll have it in the fish room. You guys know me. I travel all the time. You guys see me around. We'll find it. Feste, we've had them before. You never saw the Feste pair, but I had Feste, and I think mine were the Ecuadorian one, and I think the male was like 16, 17 inches. He was massive. And the female was easily the size of an Oscar. So what's that, 12, 14 inches, big size? They were just screaming. But I think mine were the Ecuadorian one, where the ones where the males get that almost like limey green color, and then the females are that screaming Japanese orange red color. They were just insane, but hyper aggressive. What else we got? Dragon blood. Yeah, that's it, Geofish. That's the one. Dragon blood, the peacock. It's like hot pink. It's a man-made fish, but I just think for the kids that'd be super cool. Weren't you just talking about building a bigger tank? Yeah, not that big.
Thank you, King and Queen Cichlids.
Do you know who that is?
Yes.
Yeah. That's Scott and Liz.
Yeah.
Good excuse for a predator pond. Well, you guys have seen the pond out back. We've got a huge pond out back.
They think they're predators.
We got goldfish in there, and we got bullhead catfish that come and bite your toes when you're sitting. And we were out there. We swim. We literally, because we don't have air conditioning and it's so unbearably hot right now, we go swimming literally every day. Today's the first day that I remember since warm weather's come that we have not been swimming.
Yeah. It was just too windy today.
Yeah. You might go and just mow the lawn and just say, okay, I'm just going to go walk into the pond for 5 minutes and come out and then do whatever you're doing. And half hour later, you're dry. You just wear your normal clothes if you wanted to. So it's good. Haley got asked to do her first talk at a club. I'm speaking in September at South Bend at Michiana Aquarium Society's Tropical Magic. Boy, there's a lot of words. I don't even know where that is. I don't even know that club. Sorry. It's a good club. It's an honor. You always got to start somewhere, and you got to always have fun. It's no different than what you're doing on YouTube. You know your stuff. Just don't let people ever second guess that. You don't second guess yourself. You're gonna screw up. You're gonna trip. You're gonna do all those things. Just have fun with it. You got lots and lots of knowledge, Haley, and that's I told you that before. You inspired me, and I did a video about how you inspired me, and you're going to nail it. You're going to have fun. You're going to nail it out of the park. You're a wonderful, wonderful person. It's a pleasure to call you my friend. Oh, the goldfish explosion's insane. And the real sad part is that the goldfish explosion, the problem being it's going to happen is next spring, I'm going to have a large die-off. And there's just no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no way around it. Hey, we could do a video on throwing a seine net. Is it a seine net? No, cast net. We have the cast net. We should do a video. I've never thrown a cast net in my life. We will take it out of the enclosed bucket and unwrap it. And we'll probably catch 70-80% of those goldfish first couple of throws.
Probably not.
It's going to be fun, worth the try. Is everyone going to go and check out my friend Jay? Jay Wilson's on right away. He's actually on now. So we're gonna stay on for a few more minutes just to make him think that nobody's going to show up.
You're mean.
I was working on his shirt today, and it's got a little buffalo on it.
Don't spoil it.
They already know about it. They've seen my handmade one. We're going to make a shirt. It's going to be in the merch section eventually. It's just I didn't really like the way it was working with the fonts and stuff. And it's going to say, Jay Wilson is my spirit animal. It's going to be in the merch section soon. And you guys got to buy it. Buy some merch. Have some fun. As always, guys, did I miss any last-minute questions?
I don't think so.
Oh, Scott, you got to do it. Boy, that's a good club to speak to. It's an amazing fish room to do video at and get some footage for you. Sharifi was supposed to be there in July, but now he's there in August. Boy, that's a great club to speak to, my friend. Jump on that quick. So with that, my friends, from my lovely bride, Dayna, I didn't pay her to be here. She came here voluntarily, right?
Yes, I did.
Thank each and every one of you guys. And remember, next week we're not here, but the week after, I'll be on the road. Dayna will be taking care of all this. So you have two options. You can do Dayna can do a live feed while she does all the maintenance on Wednesday night. It's
Not happening.
Not happening. No. Okay. But thank you very much, guys. Love y'all. See you soon. Take care.
Bye.